Well, Tim, of course, came up short of what you wanted to do, but getting a lot of praise. I think people were really impressed with your performance tonight and just, how tough and durable you were in there. A few minutes after the fight, of course, probably letting it all sink in a little bit, but what is the emotion right now?
Man, I did exactly what I wanted to do. I wanted to go out and put on a show and have fun, and, I did that. That's all I ever want to do.
Talk about the opening round because, you really brought it to him. That's probably the most trouble we've ever seen Demetrius in, and it seemed like, at least from our perspective, the chokes that you had were very, very tight. Did you feel that they were enough to finish, and how do you think he was able to survive?
He was able to survive because he's a true vet. He's the best in the world. They were tight, but, that's just the way it goes. You don't always get what you're going for. But, again, I felt like when he was really trying to hurt me and really trying to fight me, I was winning. And he stopped trying to fight me and started trying to stifle me. So it quit being a mutual fight and started being him just trying to stop me from doing my stuff. So it kind of stagnated me a little bit. I got to get some urgency from bottom. I learned a lot from this fight, and I'll be ready to go again soon.
After that fast start, as you said, he did make the adjustments. He showed his veteranness, his tactician, as you called him, ahead of time. What was going through your mind as kind of rounds were slipping away and piling up in his favor?
I try not to think too much. That's not my strong suit. I just got to listen to my coaches better in the corner. James Krause was telling me, get up, quit going for the guillotine. But, the name of the game is knock him out or submit him. And in my opinion, if you're not trying to knock him out or submit him, you're not playing the game right.
Where do you feel like you should go from here? Because, of course, this is your second run in the UFC. And, you have had some losses, but then you have this amazing performance against Demetrius Johnson. So what do you think should come next for you?
Man, I'd like to go up to 35. I think that the weight cut killed me. I really struggled in this weight cut. The morning of the weigh-ins, I was hurting pretty bad. The first time I've ever told my coaches I was done, I told James Krause I wasn't going back in the sauna. Told him I would give up the 20%. I didn't care about the belt. He made me get back in there. He made me cut the weight. I appreciate that he did that, but everything about this sport is fun for me. I do it because it's fun. It doesn't pay that well. So I feel like I could really compete at 35, and, I'll do better there when I feel good and I feel strong. I was hurting after the first round, not my cardio, but my muscles, my stomach. I was cramping a little bit, and I know that's from the weight cut.
When you put your hands on your knees, you were tired.
No. Well, I was talking a little trash in the first round, which totally isn't my style, and I was trying to taunt him. That was part of the plan. But, man, he's the best. There's no doubt about it.
Tim, did you feel in any way, even though you lose the fight, like the winner of this, the crowd was cheering your name in the fifth round, the place was going nuts, and, that doesn't happen a lot in Demetrius fights?
Yeah, man, I think that I'm a fighter for the fans. I'm not wearing girl pants and talking trash. I'm fighting. I'm trying to have fun. I want to get fans through fighting, not through anything else. A lot of people, it's not the fight game anymore. It's the entertainment game, but it's not to me. I love to fight. I have fun fighting, and nothing makes me happier.
You hear a lot of people in MMA say you never know what could happen. People look at your record and say, how could this guy possibly be? Joe Rogan called Demetrius on the video before the fight inarguably the greatest fighter of all time. What is it about this sport that leads guys like you, who maybe haven't been doing as well record-wise, to be able to be competitive with a great fighter like Demetrius?
Again, they're making it a martial arts contest and a sport, and when it comes down to it, when the cage door shuts, it's an ass-kicking contest, and I can kick some ass. So that's what I like to do. I like to take the martial arts out of it and make it a fist fight.
Tim, question for you. There was a moment where Demetrius pinched your nose in the fight, and you kind of laughed at that. Was that just? Can you talk about that moment and were you surprised at what he did, and just talk about that a little bit?
No, man, I laugh because that's the kind of stuff I do. I love that. I love the grimy, dirty stuff. I think that's great. I think there should be more of that in the sport. Again, it's a fist fight. It's not a martial arts what other type of martial arts do you plug somebody's nose and try to stop their breathing with your hand? That only happens in a fist fight. So I love that shit. I live for that. I think it's great that he's trying that. I think it's good for the sport. Let's make it grimy.
You mentioned earlier this week that you weren't sure what the future would hold for you after this fight. Did you talk to Dana? Have you secured a UFC contract?
No, he told me I wasn't going anywhere. But, I got told that before. Sean Shelby told me after my John Dotson fight that if I fight like that, I'll always have a job in the UFC. And then, a couple fights later, I was cut. But, I don't really care too much about that. If they don't want me here, then I can get fired again and I'll go fight somewhere else. I'm going to fight no matter what. I love it. Doesn't matter if it's for the UFC or anywhere else. I'm going to go out, and I'm going to go out on my shield and give it everything I got.
Anyone else have any questions for Tim? Thanks, Tim.
Thank you, guys.